Ah, Hi guys. Really sleep deprived today. Hi guys. Boss is marking. Oh, I'm going to hospital this weekend. This Friday. Baby's getting second DDEP shot, DTAP shot, and the other stuff, etc. Oh, he's been waking up twice every night. So I haven't got sleep. So I'm very tired. So I was trying to sleep the morning nap, but I couldn't sleep. And I'm dying. Yeah. So I was like, okay, well, you know what? If I cannot sleep, then I'll just turn on stream. So I have stream on. Hi guys. Today, what should we talk about? I don't have anything planned. I'm supposed to finish my postpartum story, but I forgot where it was. Maybe I'll just finish it without stream on later on, because I forgot where I was. I was editing that yesterday, and then I totally forgot. But my K-pop dances have been continuously being uploaded, so I'm very proud of that. How are you guys? What do we talk about today? Today, what's a good content? What is something you guys want to know about pregnancy? Let's see. What are some things I wanted to talk to you guys? You know, of 24 hours, I don't think for maybe like 80% of the time. So my brain is so dead. Let's see, what should we talk about today? Heading home? Perfect time to listen to podcast, right? Yeah. Today, what is something that I wanted to talk about? I am today today's story is about marriage, because no, wait, let's see how I want to phrase it. No, not about marriage. Marriage will take too long. I need something that's like 20-30ish minutes. Today is about the decision of having child or not. So I got a lot of question of, and I've been talking to a lot of friends, because nowadays my friends are getting ready to actually get married. I think my age is marriage, at least in Korea. And then Mia's age, my husband's age, he's 3 years older than me. So his age, a lot of people are thinking of getting kids. So a couple of his friends got kids like 7 years ago. So really early. They got pregnant before getting married. So that was a big reason why they got married, especially in Korea. But a lot of people ask me, what was your decision of having kids? And honestly, there wasn't anything that like stood out to me saying, oh, I want kids, right? I think it's something that kind of comes naturally, but in the end I wanted kids. There wasn't any specific reasons, but I get a lot of questions asking, aren't you sad that you have to give up so much of like your personal life to have kids? And to be honest, that's true. I'm barely streaming right now. I enjoyed streaming, I enjoyed making content, or I also enjoyed like doing my old job of being an engineer and everything. But yeah, to be honest, it sucks. But I think it's something that comes naturally. So to be honest, when people ask me about, I feel like I've been saying that phrase a lot, to be honest, right? Anyways, when people ask me what made you want to have kids, I think it's just, I tell them since I love my husband a lot and I love myself, isn't it nice to see like the second Jinri or second Mia? And there was like Mia the other day, we were questioning about like if you had a choice in life of getting like $1 billion and staying single for the rest of your life. I think it was 1 billion. Versus oh shoot. Versus having your current kid, which one would you choose? Surprisingly, I would choose my kid. Like, money isn't everything. It's something that I realized after having my child and after raising it for 4 months. So to be honest, like compared to other moms, like 4 months doesn't seem that long either. So it's embarrassing for me to say this, but if I had to compare those two, I would definitely choose my kid, my child, because he is so adorable. Like, I mentioned this to you guys once time of why, like, the good thing about having kids, but yeah, he's very precious too, and he's very lovable. So, and also getting married and everything is a big step in life, but I think it's important to find a partner that you can stay with forever. And surprisingly, my child, I think, is about to wake up. Well, just kidding, never mind, he's sleeping. Okay, so yeah, just so I try to tell people, don't try to find a Prince Charming, just try to find someone that can give you positive reinforcement. So a lot of the outside feature does not matter. It's all about what's inside of your future husband or future wife. And I think that's always the biggest part of life and biggest part of finding someone, is that you expect the other person to be ABC, but then you have to look into yourself, being like, do you have that trait to have that type of person? So it's always interesting seeing how people are very calculative these days. I don't know why or how it ended up being like that, but I noticed that a lot of people are wanting more of, can this person provide the house? Like, for example, my friend got married a couple of weeks ago, and one of the things that made him kind of like wishy-washy was that she didn't have any savings, and he's very calculative. So she had no savings, and he wanted, she was someone that also, like, she's a wonderful person. I met her, she's amazing, and I'm happy that they got married, but she was more into spending for herself instead of for the future, and he is the complete opposite, where he is saving for the future and he wants kids. That is like a big thing. But she also mentioned how she didn't want to have kids and everything, so they were actually thinking about like breaking up. But then she ended up saying, you know what, I will have kids, and like they got things figured out, so they ended up getting married. But just hearing that is just kind of sad, right? It's like, money isn't everything. So what if she doesn't have savings? You love her and she loves you. It could be a happily ever after. But then in the end, it doesn't have, there's lots of things to consider, but just seeing like that. And yeah, definitely, I think social media is a big problem in considering whether or not someone should get married. Like, not just like savings, as in she didn't have any money for preparing wedding and everything, because she wanted to start her own business, so she was going to use basically all her funds for that instead of trying to buy a house, whereas my friend saved up all this money to buy a house, at least in Seoul. Oh, okay. Hey. Oh, you got me confused. Hey, don't joke around with this dead boss brain. But anyways, just seeing people like that is kind of unfortunate, I think. So, and I also want to say, if you are young, and if if you're still in your mid-20s, I consider getting married and having kids early compared to later in life. Yeah, because the amount of energy it takes for you to take care of a baby is crazy. One of the things that I can feel that my body isn't prepared to have kids, or it's like saying, wow, you're at that limit of, if it goes beyond the limit, you're about to like crash and like be exhausted. Because I'm basically pulling all night, what is that word, pulling all-nighter every day. I get at most 5 hours of sleep. That is like the happy hours, but at most like 3-4, because right now my baby was okay before, but now he's being very cranky at nighttime. So I went to bed at 11, I woke up at 3, and then I woke up at 5, and then I woke up at 7. So I'm getting like 2 hours of sleep every day. I have no energy in my 30s, right? But then I think about in my 20s, I use that energy to party, right? And I would get wasted. I would drink till 4 in the morning, and then I would be fine at 7 in the morning, and I'd be drinking the next day. So I had that energy, and now, like, if I think of alcohol, it's just kind of like, oh my god, get that thing away from me. I have no energy. So if you guys plan on having kids, I highly recommend having them early, unless you're like rich and you have like thing. But there's no your stamina just is crazy at the end. And today my story is all over the place because, like I told you, you need that energy, because right now I'm very sleep deprived and my brain cannot think. And so that's why I try not to stream on these days, because I don't know what to say. I don't know what to talk to you guys about, and I'm just sitting here being like, what am I talking about, right? So if it's possible for you guys, I would recommend having kids early. And I know how people talk about like, oh, if you have kids, you won't get to fulfill your life that you did in your 20s, which is true. I do agree with that, because like I don't regret how I spent my 20s, because I really enjoyed streaming, where I got to travel different places, go to places. And if I had a kid, I probably wouldn't be able to do that, and that's me right now. But the stamina, wow, I cannot I cannot emphasize how much it impacts you when you have kids. So Gumfield Danish, thank you for the 500 bits. Thank you. 감사합니다. Yay! That's today's my matcha latte fun. So I can see why a lot of parents are like going crazy about caffeine, and you cannot have enough caffeine. Well, I can't have caffeine right now. I need to take care of the baby, and I'm breastfeeding. But wow, yeah. So today's like, the moral of today's story is definitely, it's fine for you to stay single, and if you enjoy your life single, that's perfectly fine. If you plan on having kids, you better have them early in life. But if you think you have the stamina, it's also fine having them in your 30s. But this would be kind of the outcome. I'm 30, what am I, 31, and I have lots of energy, but you need more energy to take care of a baby. It's just crazy. It's really crazy. So, yeah. Today's the story. And yeah, I wish I was 27. I think if I were to go back in time and I could make a decision of having kids, I think I would get kids around 26, 27. I know that's like the golden time of like, that's when you have enough money to travel and everything. But having them at early 30s, I'm 30, right? I'm 30. And I'm also early for my age. People get them at like 35 and 36 and beyond. And it's not like I don't exercise. You know what? I actually take lots of sweets these days to get more stamina, which is so unfortunate. And I think I eat healthy. I also, you know, like, I'm very healthy and everything, and I have lots of stamina, but wow, it's just a different type of energy. I think it's also because like I want to keep my baby entertained. I want to do a lot of bonding with the baby. Early on bonding is very important, but wow, I don't know how people do it. I guess if you have nannies or if your parents are helping out, but I can only trust my mom in terms of taking care of the baby. The problem with a lot of elders when you want to ask them is they do it their own way, and it can conflict with your way. And so if that's an issue, then it's better for me to just take care of the baby by myself. I know I'm very exhausted, but I'd rather be tired in terms physically than be tired mentally. Because I have very bad mental issue. I'm very short tempered. Doesn't go well. So yeah. And if they don't want to follow how I am raising my kids, then I really don't want to, you know, ask them to take care of the kids. So yeah. Actually, my mother-in-law the other day wanted to take care of the baby, and I said no. She's like, oh, there's this performance that you could go to, and I was like, the only performance I would go to that like is okay for that, like I'd be willing to have her take care, it was like B2B concert. If it's not, then I would rather be with my kid and spend some quality time. Yeah, either B2B concert or Stray Kids concert or any like idol concert, or if I get to see like any actors or like super good looking people, or if I get to go clubbing, then maybe I'll ask them to take care of the baby. But if it's not, then I'm not gonna go. Cause she was like, there's this drumming performance. It's kind of like taiko drumming, but Korean style. And she was like, well, I can find tickets for that. I'm like, I'm sorry, mom. I'm sorry, mother-in-law. If I have the energy to go to a concert or go to places, it's not gonna be that. It's kind of funny. They keep bribing me with different concert tickets. My father-in-law was like, I'll you know what, why don't you go see a musical? I was like, that's kind of tempting, but it's not my style musical. I think it was I did want to see Notre Dame in Paris, but yeah, if it was Wicked, I would go see it again. Wicked was really good, but anyways, yeah. So in terms of having kids, I think definitely have kids, guys. It's really another joyful thing, but I feel like I shouldn't force it on you guys. Then I feel like a boomer, and I'm just, you know, doing the back in my days type of talk. But just from my experience, it's so sweet seeing him smile back, and you don't need anything else in the world but to see a nice smile from the baby. I don't know if it's separation anxiety. Like I said, it's more like if they don't want to follow how I'm taking care of the kid, then I don't want to mentally be stressed out. I'd rather be physically tired. So Ah! And you know what cures my mental health is donation. Thank you for your 500 bits. Thank you. 감사합니다. Yay! I must look very tired. Thank you. 감사합니다. So, have kids, guys. It's very good for you. Oh! Today, I'm going to go get mala tang. Mala, what is it? Mala soup. Oh, also today, today's second topic is foods that people tell me not to eat in terms of breastfeeding, and pregnancy. So if you search pregnancy, like food to avoid, there's actually a couple of them that's kind of sus, and there's a couple of them that's kind of like okay. So the biggest one is caffeine. They say that you can get a one cup of coffee. So I think it was like 200 milligrams, 200 something of caffeinated. Any caffeinated food is okay, but like I told you guys, how can you measure 200? And isn't every roast different? So you can't really measure the 200 caffeinated beverage, right? Don't you think so? So anyways, I was like, then I cannot have green tea because I don't know how much green tea has in caffeinated beverage, right? So that's something that I did not drink during pregnancy. And here's kind of my assumption in not having caffeinated beverage. It is probably different compared to other babies. But since I did not have any caffeinated beverage, my baby can sleep really, really, really well. Like he never woke up every hour. That never happened to me. And there were a lot of times where I had to wake him up, especially in the newborn. I had to wake him up to feed him because you don't want to pass the 4-hour limit because he could get dehydrated. So you want to keep a 4-hour like maximum thing. But there were definitely some times where I had to wake him up at night to feed him because he wouldn't wake up or he wasn't hungry or something. So he sleeps really well, and he was able to sleep around 8 or 9 early in his month. Maybe like his first month, his first month or his second month. First month he slept at 8. We put him to bed at 8 and would sleep till like a good chunk of time. So I never had a problem with sleep. Right now I'm having problem because he just randomly wakes up and then he starts screaming. So now is a big problem, but back in his early age, it wasn't his there wasn't any big problem. So seeing that, I feel like there is some type of correlation between caffeinated beverages versus pregnancy. So but if you are someone who cannot cut down on coffee, then it's fine to just take a cup of coffee, because a lot of doctors do say it's okay. And sometimes if you get a really bad headache, caffeinated beverage do help out with that, so it's okay. But luckily I did not like caffeinated beverage, especially coffee. If I do have coffee, I get this really bad headache. So I didn't really like drinking coffee anyways. So that really helped. And alcohol, definitely no alcohol in Korea. There is like a 0.0% alcohol out there that moms drink during their pregnancy. And it's like, come on. It's just 10 months. So a lot of people would choose to drink alcohol. Like the non-alcoholic alcohol, there's like 0% beer. So like I don't see a point in drinking that. They want to drink the reason why people want to drink beer, I guess, is because of that like thing. But I feel like I drink beer or alcohol not because of that, but you want to get drunk, right? I guess that was my reason of drinking, so I never understood why you wanted to drink that. But you know, if you really miss drinking beer, it's okay. I wouldn't force it for you to stop, but I know there are some people that have troubles. But to me, that kind of seemed like an alcoholic issue, and that's something that you would have to go see someone. Yeah, I mean, okay, maybe not like drunk. I like get drunk to like do stupid things. It's like getting a bit tipsy and getting good beer taste. Yeah, I do understand that too. Because I do enjoy the draft beer, especially, you know, guys, I'm from Madison. We have good beer. I really want Spotted Cow, guys. But yeah, it was really surprising that I was able to quit drinking for like 2 years now. It's getting 2 years. So I do understand that, but yeah, I was able to quit beer. I think alcohol was the hardest thing for me, but I was able to do it, surprisingly. I think it's because I drank so much in college that it's like, okay, I probably, like, my liver probably wants some rest. Though I think maybe in 2-3 months, Mia keeps wanting me to stop breastfeeding. I don't know why. He keeps saying it's because like you're tired. I'm like, no, breastfeeding is so helpful when it comes to that. The only thing I have to watch out is for like good diet, but you know, it's actually very helpful for the mom to do breastfeeding in terms of losing weight, because you have to eat healthy for the baby to get some good nutrition and eat often. But you know, if you eat healthy food often, it's okay. And I'm also exercising too, so like I'm looking fabulous, right? But I think it's because I have to do all the feeding by myself, but like I said, it's okay. And he's good at doing house chores, so I also enjoy that too. But yeah. And then I definitely didn't eat any sashimi, especially because you don't know, some places can be sus. I don't really trust some restaurants, especially in Korea. I know they say they're safe, but yeah, I didn't have any sashimi, especially like the really big fishes, which was really hard too, because my father-in-law really likes seafood. And so there was a time where we went out to eat food. We went out to a restaurant, but my in-laws didn't know that I was pregnant, and so we had like sashimi and different type of fish, and I was like, oh crap. So I could only have like their egg something, and the excuse that I was like, oh, the other day I ate so much fish that I could eat any fish. So yeah, so I didn't have really big fish. The tuna in Korea was really big. Also, I didn't have big fish during breastfeeding. I had maybe like one bite of tuna because I think my father-in-law didn't know that those are not acceptable. And there are definitely other roots in Korea that's kind of sus, that also has some type of history of causing contraction. So that's why I try to be very careful. So I know there was like a meme, but one of the memes that I really related during pregnancy was searching, can pregnant women eat blah blah blah? And looking for data that's like good. And so yeah, there were definitely some interesting roots out there in Korea. There was one called I think it was dalle. Rocambo? I guess it's like wild some type of wild chive. And it was funny because like the oriental medicine, or like, you know, moms know this as it's good for warming your body. So they were like, oh, it's good for you. Especially like we went to a restaurant and there was this the staff was like, oh, this is really good for pregnant women. It makes your body warm, so it's good for your baby. So they didn't really have any like medical background, but you know, like just the medical background of this root. And Mia was like, no, I don't think you should eat that because it can cause contraction. So I searched it, and it actually did cause contraction. So they were like, kind of like giving that smirk of, oh my god, they're being so tedious. But you know, better safe than never, right? You don't want to cause any contraction, especially with like week 20. So yeah, I think that was the biggest thing, was different roots in Korea would cause lots of contraction. But like I said, you have to eat a lot for that to happen. And I know, like, for me, I wanted to just be safe, so I ended up not eating. But I know there are some people that's like, hey, I was fine, like I had blah 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 and I was okay. So it's really up to how the mom wants to deal with it. But like I said, whatever happens is like kind of going to be, you know, very dependent. So I try to be, I think I was more of the, I'd rather be safe than sorry. Especially like we wanted this kid, and if there was any health issue, it would affect us way too much. So and the biggest thing is no smoking. Luckily I don't smoke, but I know there's some parents that have hard time quitting smoke, some having a hard time to quit smoking. But yeah, smoking, just come on, like there's no other things that can work in terms of smoking, guys. It's okay if you quit smoking for 10 months. There's no exception for that one. And alcohol. So anyways, baby finally woke up. I know, so I only got to stream 30 minutes, but oh really? Yeah, I mean, just those three just don't do it, right? Guys, so today I have to go. Baby is crying. It's his feeding time. He's very hungry, guys. So anyways, yay!
Moms need money. This is my one chat message this month until I am let out of chat verification jail.
This is my one chat message this month until I... Oh, verification jail? Okay, I'll remember to do that. Okay. If I don't forget. Thanks for your sub. Thank you. I put you guys in jail. That's so funny. I'll forget. I know. My brain's so dead. I'll remember to do it someday. Oh, that's 6 months sub in advance? Thank you! That's crazy! Thank you for your 6th month sub in advance. I get money! Money! I'll use it on baby fund. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it once the baby sleeps again. But anyways, thank you guys for watching my short stream. I should probably go feed the baby. He's very hungry. It's been his 3-hour nap. And don't forget to see me. I think tomorrow or the next day, if I'm feeling better, we'll be doing the 30-minute learn K-pop dance. But anyways, he's like, yeah, he's screaming. I gotta go. Bye. 안녕. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Bye.